The mainstream media lies to you. So I'm a little late to the party here thanks to YouTube, the platform which awarded itself a free speech award recently, despite taking down my most recent video as well as previous videos because I've got the audacity to give my opinion and explain my choices. They kindly gave me a little holiday from the platform, which, to be fair, will be the only type of fucking holiday that I get this year. I'm spreading misinformation apparently, although how talking people through my own bodily autonomy is misinformation, I don't know, because I'm speaking about a personal choice. It couldn't really be any more accurate, could it? Apparently, I'm not allowed to discuss my personal medical decisions because what I say and do may affect someone else's life. However, if you want to upload a video of yourself killing your baby in the womb, that's fine apparently. Honestly, I'm not joking. Just type why I had an abortion into the YouTube search bar. You'll find it. It's a CNN video. I know. Shocker. Anyway, truth be told, I'm not here to talk about this platform and I'm a bit sick of bans and deleted uploads. So I'm instead bringing you my long promised video discussing the mainstream media, or at least the first part of it, as there's an awful lot to cover, including their narratives, their lies, and yes, eventually their agenda. It's important to note at this point that COVID and lockdowns have been extremely profitable for the mainstream media in a time where more and more people had been deserting major news outlets. Post-election in particular, each network and broadcaster needed more and more clicks in order to placate their advertisers and generate revenue. Everyone being stuck at home, arguing in their comments sections is very, very good for business. Division and fear sell stories. So, last month, CNN technical director Charlie Chester was filmed undercover discussing a number of topics, including CNN's huge anti-Trump campaign, which was hardly a revelation as it couldn't be any more obvious, but as an independent media source, they are entitled to write with bias, I suppose. It's not good journalism, as journalism should really be about informing the public accurately, but nevertheless, as I aforementioned, it's their prerogative. If they want to print bad things Trump said or did and ignore the good, whilst doing the opposite regarding Biden and Harris, that's up to them. Politics will politic, after all. He even took credit for Biden's victory. I'll post the links in the description, or comments if you're reading this rather than watching, and with the face that God gave me, I mean, who could fucking blame you? The true controversy lies in their fear narrative, which is where the lines begin to blur between biased journalism and blatant misinformation and fear-mongering. Chester went on to admit that the COVID fear was dying off and that they needed a new angle or topic to generate the fear. He admits this himself here.
I think we got him through this term. We would always show shots of him jogging, him in aviator shades, and like you paint him as a young geriatric.
We were creating a story there that we didn't know anything about. So that's I think that's propaganda.
Look what we did. We got Trump out. I am 100% going to say it. And I 100% believe it, that if it wasn't for CNN, I don't know that Trump would have got voted.
Focus was to get Trump out of office, right? Without saying it, that's what it was, right? So our next thing is going to be for climate change awareness.
Do you think it's going to be just like a lot of like fear, like climate?
Yeah, fear sells. Fear sells. No one ever says those things out loud, but it's obvious. Trump was, I don't know, like his hand was shaking or whatever like that. We brought in like so many medical people to like all tell a story that like it was all speculation. That he was like neurological damage, like that he was losing it, he's unfit to, whatever. We were creating a story there that we didn't know anything about. I think there's just like a COVID fatigue. So like whenever a new story comes up, they're going to latch onto it. They've already announced in her office that once
the public will be open to it, we're going to start focusing mainly on climate. It's going to be our focus. Our focus was to get Trump out of office, right? Without saying it, that's what it was, right? So our next thing is going to be for climate change awareness.
Who decides that?
The head of the network,
Who's that? Is that Zucker?
Zucker, yeah. Climate change is going to be the next COVID thing for CNN. We're gonna hone in.
Focus on.
So yeah, from the horse's mouth. Apparently, this undercover footage was filmed on a Tinder date. Never mind catfish. This Trump was fucking baited. Anyway, the point is that COVID fear is starting to waver because it isn't actually the Black Death like CNN, The Guardian and the BBC would like you to believe. To question the narrative, however, is blasphemous. It will be the same with climate change in the coming weeks, months and years, as Chester has already confirmed. Talking of the BBC, this is where probably my biggest gripe lies. This is a corporation funded by the taxpayer. Legally, you have to pay for your TV licence to bring us accurate and unbiased news. Yet they serve up instead inaccurate and heavily biased stories based on emotion rather than facts and evidence. I've already touched briefly how the BBC will ignore big stories that don't fit their narrative. In particular, their blind eye to lockdown protests all over Europe back in February and instead focusing on where Donald Trump plays golf, or the fact that it was snowing at the time. Thank God for it as well, because I don't have Windows and I need to know Trump's whereabouts at all times in case he grabs me by the pussy or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'll leave a link in the comments to my video exposing and proving this for you to check out at a time of your choosing. The constant focus on COVID cases rather than deaths was done purposefully. Big numbers produce emotional reactions from people, and they use this angle to keep you watching, keep you clicking, and keep you entranced with the numbers. It's the insinuations that piss me off in particular. Headlines like, COVID rule breakers have blood on their hands, are not fucking appropriate or accurate. Professor Montgomery, who threw together this propaganda and emotional blackmail, also declared, the people we are getting, like the first wave, are my age really. I'm 58 and I would say half the patients are younger than me. It's middle-aged people or a little bit older that we are getting. This is objectively untrue, as we can see in the government statistics. Therefore, this is an outright lie. An outright lie designed to instill fear and panic. I appreciate there's a fair bit to digest here. I've got plenty more to add, but as mentioned, I'm going to break this topic up into a few videos. I'm barely getting started. Please like, share, and get notified to spread the word that these mainstream media corporations are indeed lying to you, and they admit as much when they think they're not being watched. I've not even touched on Murdoch Media yet. That'll be fun. So until next time, you legends, take it easy. I'll see you soon.